Hi, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your holidays and New Year's, and now we can get back to our unregular schedule of regular videos. 6 months ago I made a video about summer solstice, which is the longest day that you can experience here in Iceland. It gives you almost 24 hours of sunlight, and now it's winter. So with winter comes winter solstice and the shortest day that you can experience, and also the longest night. That happened 21st of December, when the sunrise was at 11:22 and the sunset was at 3:30 p.m, giving us around 4 hours of daylight.
So I'm editing this video and I just noticed this huge mistake. I don't know where I got it, but the sunrise was actually at 11:45 and sunset was at 2:30 p.m, giving us only 3 hours. I don't know how that happened. Back to the video.
So I'm sorry for the clickbait, but Iceland technically doesn't have a polar night. I'm making this video because I got asked few times how are the polar nights here in Iceland, but those happen above Arctic Circle and Iceland lies right below it, so that's why we get those few hours of daylight. It is pretty dark anyway, so how does this happen? Just a short lesson on how Earth works. Planet Earth is tilted, and that's why we have seasons. When the northern hemisphere is oriented towards the sun, we get summer and endless days. But if it's oriented the other way, we get winter and darkness, because the sun just doesn't reach here that much. More north you go, less sun you get. That's why in Kiruna in Sweden, they don't see sun for like 28 days. It is just further north than Iceland. So here's the time lapse I managed to take of the whole day, taking just few hours. So here you go, that's how the shortest day in Iceland looks, at least when it's sunny, that is. The weather can get a bit moody when it's cloudy and you can't see sun for weeks. And Iceland sounds like a cold country, but the truth is, it's not that bad right now. Maybe it's the climate change, I don't know, but I do know that it's not as cold as it could be because of the Gulf Stream that originates off the coast of Florida, flows north and splits and becomes a North Atlantic drift, ultimately resulting in warming up the island. So some days we have minus 10 degrees Celsius and lots of snow, and some days we have +5 and it all melts. Right now I feel like it's changing every week and it just keeps you on your toes all the time. Heavy snowfall is really beautiful from inside, but going somewhere when it's dark with a raging blizzard is not ideal. Roads get really icy and slippery, so you need tires with spikes to get around. But let's talk about what's happening in Iceland in December and the holidays as well. I showed you some farm work before, so just a little update. In December we cut the wool off the sheep. We sheared the sheep. It was my first time helping with this actually, and it was really hard. After a few hours I got really tired. Well, I'm lying, I got really tired after like 30 minutes actually. But yeah, it took maybe 6 hours to cut the wool of 90 sheep, including the lunch break. So that was right before Christmas, and yes, Iceland does celebrate Christmas, and it is actually pretty similar to how my country celebrates it. They also open gifts on 24th after dinner, and you can get the Christmas tree, even though I think that most of the people would get a plastic Christmas tree, but you can still get the live one as well. And they have some really interesting stories around Christmas. There is no Santa Claus that will reward you, instead there is this giantess called Grýla and her 13 sons, called Jólasveinarnir, or Yule lads in English. The sons are very mischievous and basically enjoy harassing people, and they have very descriptive names. So there is a spoon licker, door slammer, or doorway sniffer. If the kids were nice, they leave presents for them, but the misbehaving kids get potatoes. Grýla also has a husband called Leppalúði, but he's basically useless, he just sits home and does nothing. But she also has a cat that goes around and eats anyone who didn't get a piece of clothing for Christmas. I got my Icelandic sweater called Lopapeisa, so I should be fine. One last saying that I have heard is for New Year's, and that is that you should not go to the barn after midnight of New Year's, because you might hear the cows talking, and if you hear them, you will go crazy for life. Did you expect anything happy from a Nordic country? Don't be stupid. But yeah, let's not drag this any longer. Those are just some things that I found interesting, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can subscribe and click the bell button as well. Leave a comment and I will see you next time. But until then, ciao!